There is a Hornet branding in the middle. The second change that you can see is the updated graphics. The graphics is a bit more bolder now. It's not a major redesign, it's just a minor change. And now you also get a new color, which is the dazzle yellow metallic color. So in total, now you get 5 shades. Now if we check the tank of the CB Hornet, it hasn't changed much. You get the forward-leaning shrouds with carbon fiber-like pattern in the center. The tank of the Hornet has been designed with a bold attitude which gives it a muscular look. Now, for fuel tank capacity of the CB Hornet, it's 12 liters. The instrument cluster in the Hornet is a fully digital one. The backlight is now blue instead of amber. In the digital meter, you can see your usual stuff like the speed, distance covered, fuel gauge, time, etc. Now you have two buttons on either side for controlling the meter. And if you compare the meter with the X-Blade's digital meter, this one is missing the gear shift position indicator. But this one looks a bit more cleaner. And for visibility, in direct sunlight, you have good visibility. And at night also, it looks really neat. The passenger grab rail in the rear end of the Hornet looks stylish and it's a split type. It actually blends really well with the rear end. And if we check the rear end of the bike, you can see the X-shaped LED tail lamp, which is kind of unique. And it makes the rear end more appealing. The Hornet also has a compact muffler. It's a matte finished one, and it has a single port exhaust. Now the muffler protector is silver colored. There isn't anything striking about the muffler in the CB Hornet 160R, and I'm actually not a fan of this stubby muffler. The front wheel of the Hornet is 100 mm and the rear is 140 mm, and for your reference, the wheel size is 17 inches. The rear tire is sufficiently wide and it improves the overall stability of the bike. We also get a 5-spoke split type alloy wheel which has a sporty looking rim strips, which adds to the overall look of the bike. The handle on the CB Hornet is flat and wide, and it's nice to hold. It's positioned a bit towards the rider. And for the buttons, on the left, you get your dim bar bright switch, along with your turn indicators, your horn, and also the pass light. And if you move to the right, you get your hazard switch, which is really handy to alert others if the visibility is low. You also get your self-start button. Now, the engine kill switch is still missing, which is really sad because Honda had the space to put the engine kill switch. The seal chain is a low maintenance type seal chain, and it's similar to the one found in the X-Blade. Honda claims that this seal chain is more durable and it also increases the chain life. The suspensions in the new Hornet are the same type found in the older generation Hornet. The front is a telescopic suspension and the rear is a monoshock type. The suspension is soft and it's good for riding in roads which has potholes. Now, if you compare the suspension of the Hornet with the X-Blade, the Hornet is a bit stiffer. The seats on the Hornet is moderately comfortable, but it's not the best. Now, if we compare it with the X-Blade, the seat on Hornet is shorter and I think the X-Blade seat is much better. Before we move to the rest of the review, just a quick reminder guys to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon because it will help the channel a lot. The front mudguard on the new Hornet is single colored, and for the brakes, it completely depends on the variant you get. There are actually 4 variants: Standard, CBS, ABS Standard and ABS Deluxe. Now for the ex-showroom pricing of all the variants, I'll surely leave it in the description section below. And the bike which I tested is the CBS version, and in that you'll get pedal disc brakes on both the front and rear, and the braking is good at moderate speeds. The headlamp on the new CB Hornet is a fully LED one, and at night time you really have good visibility. Now let's move to the most important part of a bike, which is the engine. The CB Hornet 160R is powered by Honda's 162.71cc air-cooled 4-stroke single-cylinder BS4 engine. Now the maximum power it produces is 14.9 bhp at 8,500 rpm and 14.5 Nm torque at 6,500 rpm. The engine is really well refined and smooth. You won't feel any vibration or noise. Now, the X-Blade and Hornet have the same engine, but the Hornet's engine is tuned for more power, at least in paper. But when you ride, the X-Blade has better initial pickup. The Hornet actually feels a bit more lousy in comparison with the X-Blade. Now, that doesn't mean that the Hornet is a slouch. The engine has sufficient power and doesn't feel strained even in the 80s and 90s. The Hornet has a 5-speed gearbox and the gear shifting is fine. The gear ratio is also ideally set for riding in traffic. The Hornet's ground clearance is 164 mm and the curb weight is 140 kg for the CBS model. Now for the mileage, you can get it somewhere around 45 to 50 based on the way you ride. And the Hornet is also designed to feel like a heavy bike. That's actually a good thing. Now the frame of the Hornet is diamond shaped, and together with Honda suspension and well-tuned engine, the ride quality of the CB Hornet 160R 2018 is really good. It's a bike that can be used for short and long commutes. And now with the addition of an ABS model, Honda has improved the safety of the Hornet. So as a complete package, the new CB Hornet